What's going on? What's going on, everybody? This is the host of the Snug Wrestling Podcast, Edgar, and I'm here to tell you really quick about our friends from Shimmerwoods. When the bell rings and your brain's still bouncing off the ropes, reach for a Shimmerwood. These award winning CBD infused seltzers are crafted for calm clarity and balance. No sugar, no caffeine, no artificial anything. Twice named number one by Forbes, each can blends 5 milligrams of full spectrum CBD with bold main fruits and cocktail bitters. Raz lime, chai cherry, ginger orange, just hemp flavors that hit harder than a suplex. And these will leave you relaxed, not wrecked. Sip straight or mix a mocktail. Just go to shimmerwood.com and use promo code SNUG for a knockout 30% off. Stay chill, stay snug. That's 30% off with promo code SNUG at shimmerwood.com. Well. Look who finally decided to show up and come out of their cave. Toxic is here once again. Tommy's also here, but what else is new? Toxic, welcome back, man. We missed you. How you doing?
I could be doing better, but I'm glad to be back. And screw you, Snug. I had other things going on.
Yeah, dude, we've been giving like updates here and there without giving out everything that's been going on because I know some of the stuff is personal. I don't know if you want to share with the world, but Mr. Blood is out sick still, but I spoke to him earlier. He's still doing better. He's getting better little by little, but he's definitely taking it easy. And he's not going to be with us today for these predictions that we're going to be doing for Survivor Series War Games, but for the people that have been wondering where the hell has Toxic been, Toxic, is this something that you want to share with everyone? That what's been going on with you lately? Why you haven't been on the show, or do you just want to keep it to yourself?
Yeah, sure. I'll say. It's mainly been school. That's where I've been. I was also doing a thing where I was like a trainer for athletics. So for like football games, I would go to those. So I would only show up when I had time, which was like only once. And then here recently, my dog passed away. So yeah, that's where I've been.
Well, there you have it. That's why Toxic has been out. He's been busy dealing with a lot of stuff, man. But he's back, and we're gonna do predictions. Tommy, how are you feeling today, bro?
I'm feeling good, bro. After everything as of recently, honestly, I am hyped to get into these predictions.
Yeah, for sure, man. We're days away for Survivor Series that's going to go down in San Diego. And like usual, here at the Snug Wrestling Podcast, we get our reviews in the Wednesday before the PLE. So let's get into it, you guys. Let's get started with the main match, which is going to be the men's War Games team. On one side, we got Cody Rhodes, CM Punk, the Usos, and Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, The Vision, Logan Paul, and Drew McIntyre. Now, there's a lot of history here with all of these guys, like since going back to last year's Survivor Series. I think it was you, Tommy, that re- reminded me that, hey, Cody is basically the only one that wasn't part of the War Games match last year, but Punk was, the Usos were, and Roman was also. So these guys have all been involved with each other, in some way, shape, or form for a very long time. And then on the other side, you got Brock Lesnar, who has a long history with Paul Heyman. And now that Paul Heyman is the manager for the Vision, this is just like this whole thing is just so star studded, man. It has a lot of top names, a lot of top guys. So many things can happen here, but what do you guys think is going to go down?
Me first, like usual.
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. Um, man, what a star-studded War Games match. It's just like you don't know what's gonna happen, but you know that people are gonna get their ass whooped. I mean, like you have the Beast Incarnate, which uh, Brock Lesnar in there, which no one cares about really. I mean, the only thing that we care about him is him slipping on Monday. That's literally the only thing that he's been relevant for since he returned at SummerSlam, other than beating Cena, which he shouldn't have beat Cena. Anyways, I have to go with I have to go with Roman, the Usos, Punk, and Cody because I mean it's been a thing since um since War Games was a part of Survivor Series, which there's only been once where the heels have won a War Games match, and that was the like in 2022, I want to say. Yeah, 2022. That's the only match where the heels have won War Games, but it's just you know that the heels aren't gonna win. They get the advantage, but they're not gonna win. So that's my reasoning for thinking that the faces, I guess you could call them, I don't know what to call them, the faces are gonna win this.
So I will have to agree with him on this. As much as I could see it going both ways here, I have to go with the babyface side simply because of the fact that Brock doesn't really need this. He already took down Cena, even though, again, he fucking should not have. And then you've got Braun Breaker, you've got Bronson Reed. Again, both of them don't really need this at all, need this win. You've got Logan Paul, who you could argue he does, but at the same time, he really doesn't. So when it comes to everybody over there, none of them really need this win as much as on the babyface side, on the other hand, Jimmy needs something. He absolutely needs a win because he's been on a losing streak so bad. So, if anything, Jimmy absolutely is the one that needs this win. So, I would not be surprised if the baby faces win via Jimmy getting the pin.
All right. I mean, I would agree, but I mean, what else is new when it comes to Jimmy? I mean, I feel like he's pretty much used to losing all the time. Even when he was in the bloodline, he was like the bloodline jobber, you know. He would just get beat all the time. So, I don't think if Jimmy loses the war games, I don't think he I don't think it would make much of a difference. I do got to disagree when you guys said that Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed don't need a win. I feel like they do need a win, and I think that's why I want the heel side of this men's war games to take the victory, especially because Bronson Reed just came back from losing to Carmelo Hayes. So I'm gonna give it to the heels here. You also saw a little bit of like, even though the babyface side is like super star studded, right? You got both of the champions, and you got Roman Reigns, which is a fucking massive team. But the egos there, and then the history between Roman and CM Punk, and then you got Cody who also wants to be the captain. I think that's gonna essentially damage their team and their chemistry and work against them. The heels are going to take advantage, and I'm going to go and I mean, it's going to sound crazy, but yeah, man, and then you also have Brock Lesnar too, man, who, I mean, he just destroys everybody, but you guys are right. The heels have the advantage because on Monday Night Raw, Logan Paul got the pin on Jimmy Uso in the main event tag team. Another reason why I think the heels are going to win. But I also have a prediction here from Mr. Blood, who couldn't be with us today, but he was kind enough to text me his predictions, and I'm going to read what Mr. Blood thinks is going to go down in this men's War Games. I think the Vision needs the win. They need to prove that they can do it without Seth. Also, it would be their first major win since turning on Seth anyway. Also, it's been a while since the heels have won a War Games, and I think it needs to happen. I think we're going to see some kind of betrayal on the babyface side. I'm thinking by Jay Uso, but overall, the Vision needs this to stay strong. And he also mentioned, Mr. Blood mentioned something earlier this week that I thought was very interesting that I wanted to mention, but I thought he would add it to his predictions, but he didn't. And I really like this idea, and I'm going to give him the credit. But he also said that the heels are going to win because Austin Theory might show up, join the Vision, and help them get the victory. And I would love to see Austin Theory show up. I know it sounds crazy because we haven't heard anything about Austin Theory, but I think that would be a great way to bring him back. You add him to the Vision, and hopefully we get something to look forward to, after this whole Survivor Series thing is all said and done. How do you guys feel about that? Anything you guys want to add for the men's War Games?
The sad part is he's not wrong. I completely forgot that Austin Theory could possibly be a little pin in the babyface's side. So I'm hoping he doesn't show up, honestly. I'm hoping that he shows up somewhere else and helps them out in some sort of way. But oh, Blood, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. You completely reminded me that Theory might be a spot in this.
And I also forgot, he also added here that Snug, I think, is the greatest pro wrestling analyst, better than me, and he is way smarter and he is always right. I forgot.
And you are reading off of a blank screen and just making shit up. That is what you are doing.
I'm just kidding. Shout outs to Mr. Blood. Hope you're doing good. All right, you guys, let's move on to the women's War Games. Nia Jax, Lash Legends, the Kabuki Warriors, and Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, and AJ Lee. Now, all of these women have just been beating each other up left and right for the past couple of weeks, some of them for the past couple of months. And we recently found out that AJ Lee and Becky Lynch were the last ones to be added to this. Despite everything that these women have been going through with one another because of the, involving the tag team titles, and then, you have the drama with Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley, I'm not too thrilled about this women's War Games, if I'm being honest, but what do you guys think about the teams, the build-up, and what do you guys think is going to happen here?
One thing I noticed is that ever since Survivor Series came back, like the War Games came to the main roster in 2022. Holy crap. Every women's War Games match have had the tag team titles involved.
Mm.
It's weird to think that, and majority of the time they've been on the Kabuki Warriors, or a mix between Dakota Kai, which we're not going to talk about her. It's just weird, but once again, I'm going with Team Face because my God, I mean, how are you going to have Becky Lynch and Nia Jax? How are you going to have them coexist? They, even if they were going to swerve us and say, "Oh no, they're going to get along," I just don't see it. I don't see Nia and Becky getting along. They're just that one rivalry that, oh, it looks like they're about to get along and finally team up again. No, no. Why'd I say again? I don't know, but you get my point. So I'm going team face on this, and yeah, that's mainly it.
Tox, for being an NXT guy like yours truly, you are completely forgetting about one component here. Lash damn legend. She in herself is a absolute powerhouse who has been in NXT for quite some time. I have a feeling like through all of this, this is how she's being called up. And here soon. Oh, she is? Okay.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
So she has officially been called up. She's not really used to the War Games match, but I have a feeling like she is going to get it like that very quickly. So I'm honestly going with the heel side on this, specifically because of how much power you have in one team. Even though, yes, you have the genius of the sky who absolutely loves putting trash cans on her head and jumping off the top of the cage.
The trash can psycho.
Yes. But honestly, with the power that you have on that heel side within Nia Jax, the Kabuki Warriors entirely, Lash Legend, Becky is but 4 out of the 5 of them are absolute powerhouses in their own right. So honestly, I have to go with the heel side on this.
Same. I'm sticking with the heel team on this one as well, because one of the things that stood out to me about this whole thing with the Women's War Games was the buildup and the drama between Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley. I think that's going to come into play at some point, which is going to work against them. And also, I have this weird feeling that Alexa Bliss is going to turn on Charlotte during this Women's War Games. Now, kind of like the men's War Games, there's been, some teasing of Jey Uso because he wasn't really happy with the way that Jimmy got added to the War Games team. Kind of the same thing here. I mean, the way that Charlotte Flair left Alexa Bliss hanging, she got her ass beat, and then Alexa Bliss cut that promo, right in front of the camera, speaking to Charlotte. I've been trying to call you. I've been trying to text you. You've been ignoring me. I know you're in town because you've been posting on social media and you left me hanging. I got beat up because of you. I don't think Alexa Bliss is going to forget about that. I think Alexa Bliss is going to turn on Charlotte, and that's going to be one of the main reasons why the heels are going to win the Women's War Games match. But let's see what Mr. Blood thinks about this. Mr. Blood says, this one's kind of a toss-up because I don't think it really matters. Will it be fun to watch? Absolutely. But I don't think it matters who actually wins this match. You could argue the baby faces need to win because AJ Lee is there, and you want to keep Rhea and Io strong in their first matches back over a month. And you want to keep Charlotte and Alexa strong, but I don't think there's a reason they had Charlotte so unsure of Rhea. And I think their distrust of each other is going to play a factor in this finish. The heels also need it because you want Lash Legend to be put over strong in such a big match. And you want your newly crowned tag team champion scoring a victory as well. Becky also just lost 3 times to Maxine and could use a win. And Nia is there to make sure Lash gets over. All in all, I think the heels should go over here as well. They have more to gain from the victory. So I think Toxic, you're outnumbered, bro. All right, y'all. The next match, by the way, we only have 4 matches here for Survivor Series. I don't think they added a 5th one because SmackDown was pre-recorded and I didn't see anything about a 5th match being added. So I think they're keeping it at 4 matches. Let's talk about the WWE Intercontinental Championship match. John Cena versus Dominic Mysterio. This is going to be Dominic Mysterio's 3rd match versus John Cena. One of them was a tag team match. This is the second singles match. This is a rematch ever since John Cena defeated Dominic Mysterio in Boston. Dominic Mysterio has the chance to get it back in his hometown of San Diego. But it's been a fun ride with John and Dom. The promos have been epic. What we saw this past Monday Night Raw with the little John Cena was also very entertaining. Do you guys see Dominic Mysterio retaining his championship in his hometown of San Diego?
You know, I don't see Dom winning. I don't, and that's weird for me to say because oh, Cena's about to retire, so are you just gonna have him retire with the title? No, make the last time is now match a title match, so that way you can have whoever wins the tournament. I so hope it's not Gunther because he is eating new talent that needs that spot. But anyways, we all know my hate with Gunther. Um, it just make the last time it's now match a title match, and then you can say, "Oh, I took the Intercontinental Championship off of Dom, and I retired John Cena." So I don't see Dom winning this, but it is a possibility because I mean it's more that you could do with Dom. I mean you can put him over more. Hell, once he loses the Mega Championship, and sorry, that's my cat. Shut up. Uh, crap. Once he loses the Mega Championship and the Intercontinental Championship, if he takes it back, you could move him to that world title picture. I could see that. So I'm in the middle, but I have John winning.
As much as I would love to say Dom because hometown, I don't think it's happening. I honestly think that Cena will retain the Intercontinental title, especially if that rumor ends up being true. Oh, God. If it is Gunther who ends up winning this tournament and going head to head with Cena, then odds are what they're going to do is make that an Intercontinental title match and give the Intercontinental title back to Gunther, with him being the longest reigning Intercontinental champion of all time. So I honestly think that Cena will retain here, but I just hope that his final opponent isn't Gunther.
Yeah, me too, man. I really hope it's not Gunther, which it's crazy to say because I love Gunther, but I just picture this tournament going way differently at this point, like someone younger, someone newer, but so far the last four names that we have left because we already know who the semifinals are because Raw was pre-taped. It's I mean, spoiler, LA Knight, it's who's he facing? Who's LA Knight facing? The other one is Jey Uso, and then you have Gunther, and then you have Solo Sikoa. So I think LA Knight is facing Jey Uso. So those are the four semifinalists. So one of those four men are going to go on to face John Cena in his final match. So yeah, I want John Cena to win this match because I want the his final match to also be for the Intercontinental Championship because whoever that's going to be, they're going to be able to say I retired John Cena and I became the Intercontinental Championship, which is going to be a huge deal for whoever that person is. But either way, this match is going to be really fun between Dominic Mysterio and John Cena. I don't think Dom needs it. I don't think Dom needs to win the Intercontinental Championship again. Because I mean, Dom is still being used in these major spots. Like, who else has faced John Cena 3 times during his retirement tour? No one else. So that's a great look for Dom. And he's still the AAA Mega Champion. He's still doing big things in AAA. He's doing big things in WWE. So this is a win-win for everybody. But it's Super Cena, man. He's gonna he's gonna no sell all of Dominic's shit, even his finishers. John Cena's gonna kick out of everything, but it's gonna be a huge spectacle. I wonder if they'll involve Rey Mysterio in some way. Maybe the Judgment Day. Hell, maybe this is when we finally see Finn Balor betray Dominic Mysterio. You know, I have a feeling that there's a lot of stuff that's gonna go down here. Maybe some shenanigans. Maybe Rey Mysterio gets involved, and then first maybe the Judgment Day tries to get involved, and here comes Rey Mysterio, and then we have Rey Mysterio trying to help John Cena, and it's just gonna be a dope, fun match, and I'm really looking forward to this one. But let's go on to Mr. Blood's predictions for this, where Mr. Blood says when it comes to Cena versus Dom, this one, I definitely believe Cena needs a win. I love Dom, but he's still the AAA Mega Champion, but I think John Cena deserves that title better than Dominic at the moment, because it's going to mean so much more for whoever wins John Cena's last match tournament. Whoever beats Cena doesn't just get to have his last match and retire him, they're also crowned a brand new Intercontinental Champion, and that's a massive deal. That's a mega push for anybody who wins that, and I genuinely believe that Cena needs to retain here. What do you guys think about Mr. Blood's prediction, or do you guys have anything else you want to add for this match between Cena and Dom?
Yeah, no, never mind.
All right. Saving the best for last, you guys. The Women's World Championship match, Stephanie Vaquer versus Nikki Bella. Okay, so these two were friends at some point. Nikki Bella at least pretended to be Stephanie Vaquer's friend, then turned on Stephanie Vaquer, but I think this is going to be Stephanie Vaquer's second title defense. The first one was versus Raquel Rodriguez on a Monday Night Raw. And now she's going to be defending versus Nikki Bella in a PLE. I hope the WWE doesn't do some fucking crazy shit and puts Nikki Bella over for whatever business reasons there is. Maybe Nikki Bella is the bigger household name compared to Stephanie Vaquer, but Stephanie Vaquer is the better performer, is the better wrestler, and on paper, Stephanie Vaquer should win this match no problem in no more than 5 minutes. But this is wrestling, you guys. This is the WWE, so anything can happen here. Even Nikki Bella winning, that is also a possibility. So what do you guys think is going to go down here?
The only right answer that I want to hear from everyone is Stephanie Vaquer. Nikki Bella does not need this win. The only way I see Nikki winning is no, it's not from Bree's help. Screw her. It's to put Stephanie over, and you're probably wondering, oh, how is that going to work if she takes the title from her? Well, you can make Nikki Bella a paper champion and just have it lose it right back to Stephanie. That's what you could do. But the only right answer here is Stephanie Vaquer. She needs this win a hell of a lot more than Nikki washed up Bella.
Yeah, the easiest fucking prediction of them all. Stephanie Vaquer. God, please do not put this title on Nikki goddamn Bella. The one girl that no one asked to come back. Nobody wanted her. Why? Why is she even being given a damn title shot? I honestly completely agree with Raquel Rodriguez and what she said on Monday. I completely agree wholeheartedly that Nikki Bella should not have this title shot, and it should be It should be Raquel Rodriguez versus Stephanie Vaquer for the world title at SummerSlam. That's what it should be, but it's not. So it has to be Stephanie Vaquer. But what I would love to see eventually is Stephanie Vaquer versus Rhea Ripley for that world title. That would be one hell of a match.
Yeah, that would be crazy. Um, yeah, man. Again, I hope, because I've been hearing a lot of crazy shit when it comes to this match that I hope it's not true. But I mean, Tommy, you asked this question, like, why is it Nikki Bella? And if you remember, Mr. Blood put this perfectly well the other day when we were talking about this. At least Nikki Bella is a big, popular household name in the WWE that people recognize. And this is a big deal for Stephanie Vaquer herself, too. I'm pretty sure, like, Stephanie Vaquer is on cloud nine. The fact that she's defending her championship versus Nikki Bella, someone that you can probably say Stephanie Vaquer looked up to, maybe, I don't know, but a lot of girls and women really do look up to Nikki Bella for whatever fucking reason. But you know, or you can have Stephanie Vaquer defend versus people that the fans don't really care about as much as a Nikki Bella, like Lyra Valkyrie, or who's the other girl that she calls herself the Pitbull. I always forget her name.
Ivy Nile.
Ivy Nile, or Mia Yin, people like that, BFAB. And I'm not saying that they're not good or anything, but they're not as big of a character or as big of a name as a Nikki Bella. So in that sense, I think WWE kind of did make a good decision, even though I cannot stand to watch Nikki Bella wrestle. But it is going to put butts in seats, at least for the WWE fans. But I hope that they don't pull some shit and they put over Nikki Bella. But let's see what Mr. Blood thinks about this match. All I can say is that this is the one match on the card I don't think anyone gives a shit about. And I think it's pretty obvious that Stephanie needs to retain here. It's her first major title defense since winning the thing. And I don't think they're gonna have her lose after just over a month of holding it. I don't care if it's Nikki Bella. I also don't believe this will be the only match they have. I believe that there's going to be a series here, much to my dismay. But yeah, Stephanie needs to go over and stay strong here. So yeah, overall, I think, except for the Women's World Championship match, I think we have a pretty crazy show to look forward to this weekend, you guys. I'm hyped for it. And I hope everyone listening, I hope this helps you get hyped for it as well. It gives you guys something to look forward to, something to think about. And here's to some crazy shit going down this weekend, right? All right, you guys, are you guys good with your predictions? Anything you guys want to add before we get up out of here?
The biggest thing here is that my biggest thought right now is that Stephanie does not need to lose it. She's had a little bit more than a month. But unfortunately, as much as I love this team, the one team that really needs to start defending stuff right now, I love the Wyatt Six, but that's who it is. Because they've been holding those tag titles for almost 140 days. And they have not defended those things in a hot minute. So overall, it's them who really need to figure out what the fuck they're going to do with them and have them actually defend those tag titles.
You know what they've been doing, Tommy? They've been showing up on AAA a lot recently. They being the White Six. So they've been like, it looks like they've been starting a feud with the AAA tag team champions, which is Psycho Clown and Pagano.
That would be interesting to see the White Six versus Psycho Clown Pagano, especially with the match that they just had, not the White Six, but Psycho Clown and all of them. Like, they just had one at the most recent AAA show that they put out. So honestly, I would not mind seeing a tag title match between them.
Yeah. Well, anyways, let's get up out of here, fellas. That was a Survivor Series predictions with the Snug Wrestling crew. And stay tuned, man. We got a shit ton of content coming out this week. We got NXT review, Friday Night SmackDown review, Survivor Series review. We also got Snug in Espanol with Eric Padilla from the SDM podcast, and so much more. Stay tuned. Let's get up out of here.
All right. So I want y'all to stay safe, stay savage, and stay snug. And for Mr. Blood, that was one time for the one time. 4 letters.
4 letters.
One
One
word.
word.
Oh! Yeet.